Good day, everyone. So today we're going to discuss assignment number 7. So the first thing we need to do is to open our PowerPoint file that we use for assignment number 6. So it's either you open first your PowerPoint and select the file, click open and file. So for me, it's Save Imagine Tomorrow. Okay, so the output that we are expecting for assignment number 7 is we are able to put a button with this word start. Okay, so for that, let me delete this so that I can demonstrate to you how to insert the button. So assignment number 7 on page 19, it's instructed there the criteria or the lesson. So in our book, it's listed there the detailed procedure on how to do assignment number 7. So, but here in our video, it's a little bit easier because you're only adding buttons. So, the first thing you need to do is to identify where the button is located. So, our button is located on Insert, under Shapes. So, in the Shapes, we have, it's divided into different groups. So you have recently used shape, we have lines, rectangles, we have basic shapes, black arrows shape, we have equation shapes, we have flowchart, stars and banners, we have the call outs, and the last one is the action buttons. Okay, action buttons, according to the book, is a button that once you click, it will perform a specific action. So what are those actions? It can be, we have the first button, we have the go back or previews. We have go forward or next. We have go to beginning. So it means when you press it, it will go to the first slide. Then we have go to end. So it means the last slide. So we have also home button. So normally it's similar to the go to the beginning. It will go to the slide number 1. Then we have also information. We have return. So when you click it, it will go back to the previously selected slide. Then we have a video button. So video button, it means it will play a specific video once you click it. And then we have also document. For example, you want, once this button is pressed or click, maybe a Word file will open or another PowerPoint will open. Then we have a sound. No, this one is used most of the time for making presentation for kids, wherein, for example, animal sounds or letter sounds or phonic sounds. Normally they use buttons so that there is interaction. Then we have the help, and then of course the blank. So the button we're going to select here, it's the blank button. Okay, so we click that, and then you click and click and drag the button so to the desired size that you like. So the default, sometimes it's color green or something like that. So later I will also demonstrate how to change the appearance of the button. So the color and if you want to change the line and so on. So after that, once you release the mouse, the action settings will going to pop up. Okay, so we have your none, hyperlink to, then we have play sounds. The other criteria, it's other options are not active, so you cannot click that. So for this button, you can hyperlink to, so it means you're going to link it to another slide or another fly. Then another one is run program. So for example, you want to use this button to open another program, or the other one, you can add also sound. So playing sound, it's optional. So if you don't like to add sound, it's okay. So the sound we have here, it's the sound that is default for PowerPoint, and actually you can add other sounds. That's why you can they use this for like the sound one, the phonetics, the animal sounds, you can have that. So it's optional. So for me, maybe applause. Okay, so I'm going to have just to demonstrate to you that it's working. Then on hyperlink to, you click the drop down menu. So you will see all the buttons that we discussed a while ago. So you just click here, slides. So when you click slide, it will open another window that containing all the slide that we have. So when you click slide, so we only have slide 1 and slide 2 because we only 2 slides as of now. So click the second slide because we're putting the button on slide number 1. It's impossible for you, or it's you're not allowed to put the same slide where the button is located. So click the home of the feature slide, that is slide number 2, and then click OK. And then once you're satisfied, click OK. So automatic, you already have your button. So you can make it bigger or smaller. So for me, I allotted this area for the button. So for you, it's depend on your design. So if you put your name below the title, so you can put your button here or here. So it's up to you what location. It's depend on your creativity where you're going to put it. Then after that, as you click it, shape format will going to add it on your tab. So shape format is have the following group: insert shapes, shape style, we have the word art style, we have accessibility, arrange, and size. Okay, so for this, you can change the color. So for me, I'm going to use the orange or golden yellow. But if you want another color, click shape fill and more fill color. You have two kinds, two classifications selecting. You can have the standard one or the customized. So the customized, you can use this if you're looking for a specific shade of color which is not available in the standard selection. So the custom will give you flexible, no? Especially if you know how to mix the red, green, blue, and or the hexadecimal. If you know how to use that, so you can add. For example, this one, you can make it darker or lighter in whatever way you want. So once you already changed that, you can add also outline. No, if you want a black outline around it, you can add, and you can make also the weight. The weight is how thick is the outline. Okay, like that. So if you think adding outline will add to your design, so it's I add the black because it's complementing on my title, which I use the golden yellow and the black color, font color. And then after that, the next criteria that we need to use is to insert a word art containing the word start. So you go to insert again, okay, and then select word art. So I'm going to use blue, okay, then type start. Okay, so and then put it on top of the button. Okay, so it's up to you to adjust the size of the start. And then after this, you need to combine them so that every time we move the button, the word start will follow. So how you're going to do that? You need to group them. So first select the button, then press shift, and then select the word art. So you see there's two arrow, rotating arrow here. So it means it's a sign that the two objects are selected. Then right click. When you right click, make sure it's still in the selected area. Okay, right click. Because if and then group. Because sometimes when you right click, for example this one, right click. When I right click it, the button, it's the selection is removed. Okay, so it means there's no grouping. You will not going to find the group. So what you're going to do is make sure you click the button, adjust the word start to make it in the center, and then press shift so that they are selected. And then select a point here wherein you can select both. Okay, so right click and then group. So when it's already grouped, when you move the button, the word start also included. Okay, so that's how it is. So assignment number 7 is only putting a button. So how we're going to check our work? So first thing is press F5. Okay, so when I press this, how you will know there's a link? Because the cursor, when you put it on top of the button, it will change into hand. Okay? So it means there's an action behind that object. Normally, you see this when you're browsing your Google or Wikipedia, where when you put the cursor on top of any of those buttons or blue text, normally it changes its appearance to hand. So when you click it, I'm expecting there's a clapping sound, applause sound, and slide number 2 will going to load on the screen. So let's test it. Okay, so as you can see, it's working. So when you try it again, okay, so you have that. What's the difference? Okay, when I when I use the mouse and click anywhere, there's no clapping sound. So it means that the PowerPoint moved to the next slide without clicking the button, because the clapping sound only happens when you click the button. That's the difference how you do that. But after assignment 8 and 9, we're going to remove that function. So it means your PowerPoint, whether I click the slide, it will not go to the next slide. The only way for you to do that is clicking the button. So in assignment 8 and 9, next week, we're going to disable those functions. So the only way for you to go to the next slide is by the use of the button. Okay, so that's assignment number 7. So after this, please email your work to yeis.computer5@gmail.com. Don't forget to put your name and your section, because also all the grade 5, the 3 sections are using the same email, so that so that it's easy for me to check and identify that it's your work. Include your name and your section. Okay, so that's all. So for this week, please email your work. So we're going to check assignment number 6 and assignment number 7. The criteria for checking, it's the one I'm going to use for checking. It's the checklist on page 18 for assignment number 6. And for assignment number 7, I'm going to use page 22 of the computer book. So if all the criteria or the checklist are present in your work, automatically you're going to get the perfect score. So that's all for this week, and have a nice day.